Hi, and welcome to episode 8 of Game Talk. So, that time is upon us again. The next-gen consoles are coming, and the competitors are ready. Both companies, Microsoft and Sony, are already making their moves by providing us an insight in how next-gen will look. Well, some more than others at least. It is very interesting seeing both companies using completely different tactics to prepare for the coming of the new consoles. One is being very forthright and sharing a lot of information with the public, whereas the other is playing it close to the vest. Only time will tell how it all fares out, but until then, here is what I expect from next-gen consoles, specifically PlayStation for me, because I have not ever owned an Xbox. But I really like their approach this generation of putting the gamers first, by providing services like Game Pass and backwards compatibility. But that is a topic for another day. As I said before, I want to share with you the features I want to see in next-gen consoles. And all of these are being addressed in some way, but I'll still cover it in detail. So since I mentioned backwards compatibility before, I might as well start with that. Now, Microsoft is doing a great job in providing old titles available through backwards compatibility. It really did give people the impression that the company understands that there are people who have stuck with them every generation, and it feels like they are thanking them with this move by basically saying, hey, we know you spent a lot of money on games before, and we want you to be able to play them still. But Sony, on the other hand, has been pretty confusing on the topic. Yeah, the PS5 will have backwards compatibility with the PS4, or at least some of the games for now. But is that the same with all previous generations? To me, it seems unlikely. I mean, I would love it if the PS5 was fully backwards compatible, so I can play all the old games I have, some of which I still haven't completed. But I really doubt it, for two reasons. Remakes are becoming more and more popular right now. What with Crash Bandicoot, Resident Evil, Final Fantasy VII, all performing well, and more of them coming. So, there doesn't seem to be an incentive for them to do it. This is not the only reason though. I am sure it must be pretty challenging to implement this feature with previous consoles due to their different architectures. And the fact that not all PS4 titles will be compatible at launch doesn't bode well for previous generation games. One can only hope, I guess. Probably one of the most annoying things in gaming ever. Waiting for a game to load is a real nuisance. And with games getting bigger and better, these times are increasing. But with the new SSDs or solid state drives, these long wait times may be a thing of the past, though it remains to be seen whether new PS5 and Xbox Series X games will actually load much faster compared to current gen, as we have only seen a few games from the current gen like Red Dead Redemption or State of Decay 2 load up fast on these new consoles. And I am sure all games will see faster load times, but I would just like to see a completely next-gen game load up on these new consoles. This reduction in wait times will be huge though. We see a lot of cases where it feels like it takes forever for a game to load, like Mass Effect 2, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, the GTA games, and Final Fantasy 15. These long loading screens take the player out of the immersion experience these games are trying to provide. So this is a great new addition. Another annoying problem that has been present in consoles since the PS3 and Xbox 360 is downloading updates. Yes, these screens are annoying. Waiting for a game to install an update, downloading game files and getting system updates at times feels frustratingly slow. Now, I know that consoles can't do much to improve these download speeds, but something really has to be done to make it more manageable. And with both consoles addressing some of the issues, like no more waiting for files to be installed and copied thanks to the solid state drive, and maybe delivering smaller patches for download. So we are seeing some progress, and hopefully this will be enough. This one is more of a personal one for me. Microsoft has really been knocking it out of the park recently by providing their customers with services they want. Game Pass is one of them. By providing a game service in a similar style to the way Netflix provides its catalog of movies, though without the use of streaming, just opened up a new way of people to get their hands on games. And this service proved to be spectacular. It was such a good deal having access to over 200 games for around $10 a month. Now, PlayStation does offer a similar service called PlayStation Now, which existed before Xbox's Game Pass. It used to cost around $20 a month, but is now the same price as Game Pass to match their competitor. Though that was not its only problem. The quality of the service was flat out bad at the time, and has now improved a lot. It used to require a strong internet connection, as the service before used to stream games as opposed to Game Pass allowing the user to download games straight to your PC or console. And as you can imagine, this was a problem for PlayStation Now, as if you did not have a good internet connection, your game would stutter in the same way a movie starts buffering in between. But now that has been solved, thanks to the service now allowing you to download games as well. Though my main problem with PlayStation Now was not this, it is the availability of it in different regions. I just wish it was available for me to use so that I could utilize this service. Also, hopefully Sony starts to release their exclusives at launch on PlayStation Now, like Xbox does on their service. Although PlayStation Now has improved greatly and may be arguably better, it still has some areas in which they need to improve, and I hope they continue it through this generation. Cloud gaming is the future. The ability to play any game you want, anywhere, without any hiccups will be huge. I remember seeing the Google Stadia announcement where they showed a demo of a person playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey and switching seamlessly between devices. It was astounding. Just the idea of this is enticing. Though the first attempts haven't been successful, looking at Google Stadia and how the company has handled their problems isn't very assuring. But it is to be expected, since it was the first foray in breaking new ground. Microsoft has also made strides into cloud gaming, but both companies have still not been able to successfully implement it on a wide scale yet. Although the start may have been shaky, I have a lot of hope for this technology in the future, and who knows, maybe in the next 5 to 10 years, we all may be able to play easily on the go on any tablet, phone, laptop we have, and that is exciting. But hopefully these next generation consoles will take huge strides forward in improving this technology. Thank you for watching this video. What features are you most looking forward to in the next generation consoles? Let me know in the comments below. Until then, stay safe and wash those hands.
PlayStation